Shalom, family. It's good to see everybody here. I got True Royal with me, and we are going to talk about the recent interview that Donald Trump did with Elon Musk and Sean Hannity. But before I get to that, I got some breaking news. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Um, this was a story that many of us spoke about. And this is a perfect time to do an update. Y'all remember Ralph Yarls? Ralph Yarl, the teen that went to the wrong house and got shot in the head, but he did survive. Well, the old decrepit man that shot him died. And this just hit. I got this pop up like moments ago. Let me see if I can get this. This is really not a long video. See if I can get it to play.
There's some breaking news to bring you as well. The Missouri man who shot Ralph Yarl, a black teen who rang his doorbell by mistake, has pled guilty to a lesser charge of second-degree assault. 86-year-old Andrew Lester will now avoid trial as part of the plea deal, no longer facing charges of first-degree assault and armed criminal action. Lester now faces a sentence of up to 7 years in prison. That hearing scheduled for March 7th. These developments coming almost 2 years after the shooting took place, the incident shocking the country and renewing the debate about gun policies and race in the U.S.
Okay.
There's some breaking news to bring.
So he is. Let me get rid of this. Okay. Y'all, the man died. Y'all, do you remember this one, True Royal?
Yes, I remember that one.
Yeah, the old creepy looking man died. So I guess he won't be making it.
See,
Go ahead.
I didn't want him to die, damn it.
Yeah, well,
hopefully. Y'all know I got a whole different spin on that thing.
Yeah.
Maybe he hit the lake of fire.
Yeah, hopefully a whole legion of demons met him on the other side and dragged him into that lake of fire where his ass belongs. But yeah, he died, y'all. So that actually popped up minutes before we came on. So, oh well. So we're going to talk about the interview that was recently done by Sean Hannity. He interviewed Donald Trump and Elon Musk. And you know how it is. In front of the camera, everybody love each other and get along so well and nothing but love for each other. But, I'm still betting on these two falling out because we know the nature of Donald Trump. we know that. And we have gotten a good glimpse of what Elon Musk is all about. Now, y'all, I don't know if any of you noticed, I know you have, True Royal, how now they're trying to back away from Elon Musk being in charge of DOGE. Now they're trying to sing a whole different tune. Have you noticed that, True Royal?
Yes, I've been paying attention.
Yeah. So it must have been, they must have been told about the legalities of what they were doing, and they could get in a lot of trouble. Now they seem to be changing gears on Elon being in charge of this new department that Donald Trump allegedly came up with.
Mm.
The more I think about it, I think Elon Musk came up with this department and Donald Trump just went along with it.
Yeah,
I really
I can't see Trump doing that kind of stuff.
yeah.
We know he dumb, we know he evil, but I can't see Trump doing this.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not giving him no credit for that.
But y'all, I'm gonna share my screen. We're gonna watch this, and I want y'all to see in this interview how they try to make Donald Trump seem like a victim. And it's almost kind of comical, but that's what they do. So let me share my screen, and we're gonna watch it, and then we're gonna critique it. All right. Please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Okay. All right, let's get started. Let's get started. Okay. Let's see if I can get rid of it. Here we go. All right, let me I forgot to turn the volume up. Let me start all over. Come on.
So he's working for free with DOGE. He's kind of put a lot of his life on hold. And you sued Twitter a number of years ago. You just made him pay you $10 million?
That's right.
That's right.
Well, I sued from long before he had it.
Yeah.
And I mean, they really did a number on me, and I sued, and they had to pay. They paid $10 million settlement.
You're okay with that?
I mean, I left it up to the lawyers and the team running Twitter. So I said, you guys do what you think is the right. It makes sense.
I think it's funny.
I think it's a very low. I was looking to get much more money than that.
So you gave him a discount when the lawsuit.
He got a big discount. I don't think he even knows about it.
He's become one of your, if you read and believe the media, he's become one of your best friends. He's working for free for you.
Well, I love the president. I just want to be clear about that.
I don't care about that.
I know. I love the president.
You love the president.
I think President Trump is a good man, and he's,
It's nice the way he said that. There's something nice about it.
It really is. Because I mean, the president has been so unfairly attacked in the media. It's really outrageous. And I've at this point spent a lot of time with the president, and not once have I seen him do something that was mean or cruel or wrong. Not once.
I've known him for 30 years.
Yeah.
And I've never seen anybody take as much as he's taken.
Yeah.
And we've discussed this, and I'm like, how do you deal with it?
Did I have a choice?
Well, you would say that to me. I'm like, what am I going to do? Worry about it? And, and then culminating in 2 assassination attempts, which resulted in your endorsement.
Well, I was going to do it anyway, but that was
it.
Precipitating event. Yeah.
That speeded it up a little bit.
Yeah.
The day of the assassination.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It sped it up, but I was going to do it anyway.
Mr. President, with your indulgence, I'm convinced that people only know a little bit about Elon. I don't think they know everything about Elon, because as I studied and prepared for this interview, I learned a lot about you that I didn't know. I think people will think about Tesla. Democrats are demonizing you and trying to make the country hate you. I just want people to understand you a little bit better, and the person that you've gotten to know and have now put a lot of trust in.
Sure.
And, just let's go over a little bit of your bio, starting with PayPal and how you became involved in Tesla and SpaceX and Neuralink and all these.
A while. I mean, I think the way to think of me is like I'm a technologist, and I try to make technologies that improve the world and make
can
life
show
better.
your shirt.
Yeah, and that's why I like my T-shirt says tech support, because I'm here to provide the president with technology support. And now that may seem like, well, is that a silly thing? But actually, it's a very important thing, because the president will make these executive orders, which are very sensible and good for the country, but then they don't get implemented. So if you take for example, all the funding for the migrant hotels, the president issued an executive order where, hey, we need to stop taking taxpayer money and paying for luxury hotels for illegal immigrants, which makes no sense. Like, so obviously, people do not want their tax dollars going to fund high-end hotels for illegals, and yet they were still doing that even as late as last week. And so, we went in there and we're like, this is in violation of the presidential executive order. It needs to stop. So what we're doing here is one of the biggest functions of the DOGE team is just making sure that the presidential executive orders are actually carried out. And this is, I just want to point out, this is a very important thing, because the president is the elected representative of the people. So he's representing the will of the people. And if the bureaucracy is fighting the will of the people and preventing the president from implementing what the people want, then what we live in is a bureaucracy and not a democracy.
Yeah. You're both aware, you have to be keenly aware, that the media and the punditry class, not that, I think you've proven they have no power anymore, because they threw everything they had at you and they didn't win. And that was, the New York Times, Washington Post, 3 networks, every late night comedy show, 2 cable channels. They just threw everything, lawfare, weaponization.
Sure.
And now I see they want you two to start, they want a divorce. They want you two to start hating each other. And they try, President Elon Musk, for example. You do know that they're doing that to you.
Oh, I see it all the time. They tried it, then they stopped. That wasn't. They have many different things of hatred. Actually, Elon called me. He said, they're trying to drive us apart. I said, absolutely. They said, we have breaking news. Donald Trump has ceded control of the presidency to Elon Musk. President Musk will be attending a cabinet meeting tonight at 8 o'clock. And I say, It's just so obvious. They're so bad at it. I used to think they were good at it. They're actually bad at it, because if they were good at it, I'd never be president. Because I think nobody in history has ever gotten more bad publicity than me. I could do the greatest things. I get 98% bad publicity. I could do, outside of you and a few of your very good friends, it's like the craziest thing. But you know what I have learned, Elon? The people are smart. They get it.
Yeah, they do, actually.
They get it. They really see what's happening.
Yes.
And at the end of this interview, what I would like is I want people to know the relationship and know more about you. What is the relationship, Mr. President?
Well, I respect him. I've always respected him. I never knew that he was right on certain things, and I'm usually pretty good at this stuff. He did Starlink. He did things that were so advanced and nobody knew what the hell they were. I can tell you in North Carolina, they had no communication. They were wiped out. Those people were, they had rivers in between, land that never saw water. All of a sudden, there was a river and a vicious, like rapids. People were dying all over. They had no communication. They said, do you know Elon Musk? They didn't really know I knew him. I said, yeah. He said, could you get Starlink? It's like the first time I ever heard of it. I said, what's Starlink? A communication system. That's unbelievable.
I have it.
Yeah. And he said, I called him and I said, listen, they really need it. And he got like thousands of units of this communication, and it saved a lot of lives. He got it immediately, and you can't get it. I mean, you have to wait a long time to get it. But he got it to him immediately. And I said, that's pretty amazing. And I didn't even know he had it. We watched the rocket ships and we watch Tesla. I think, something that had an effect on me was when I saw the rocket ship come back and get grabbed, like you grab a beautiful little baby, you grab your baby. It just
hug the rocket.
I've never seen.
Right, everyone needs a hug, including rockets.
And he said, you can't really have a rocket program if you're going to dump $1 billion into the ocean every time you fly. You have to save it.
Right.
And he saved it. First time that I've ever seen that done. Now, nobody else can do it. If you look at the U.S., Russia, or China, they can't do it, and they won't be able to do it for a long time. He has the technology. So you learn I wanted somebody really smart to work with me in terms of the country, a very important aspect. Because, I mean, he doesn't talk about it. He's actually a very good businessman. And when he talks about the executive orders, and this is probably true for all presidents, you write an executive order and you think it's done. You send it out. It doesn't get done. It doesn't get implemented. They don't implement it. Maybe they're from the last administration, and they are in some cases. You try and get them out as fast as you can. But as soon as he said that, I said, you know, that's interesting. You write a beautiful executive and you sign it and you assume it's going to be done, but it's not. What he does is he takes it, and with his 100 geniuses, he's got some very brilliant young people working for him that dress much worse than him, actually.
Yeah,
they dress in just T-shirts. You wouldn't know they have 180 IQ.
Wait a minute. So he's your tech support.
No, he is.
I actually
but he's
am
much
tech
more
support.
than that.
I actually am tech support, though. But
He gets it done. He's a leader.
Yeah.
He really is. He gets it done. You get a lot of tech people, and you have people that are good with tech, but he gets it done. You know, I said in real estate, you had guys that would draw beautiful renderings of a building, and they'd draw the rendering. It would be great. And you say, great, when are you starting? But they were never able to get it built. They couldn't get the financing. They couldn't get the approvals. It would never get done. And then you have other guys that are able to get it done. You know, they could just get it done. I was in real estate. Same thing in this. He gets it done. So when he said that, he said, you know, when you sign these executive orders, a lot of them don't get done, and maybe the most important ones. And he would take that executive order that I'd sign, and he would have those people go to whatever agency it was. When are you doing it? Get it done. Get it done. And some guy that maybe didn't want to do it, all of a sudden he's signing. He just doesn't want to be bothered.
Do a lot of those executive orders have to be codified into law? You need the Republican Congress
and
to
they will
follow
be.
up.
A lot of them will be. Yeah,
They will.
But look, in the meantime, we have 4 years. The beauty is we have 4 years. That's why I like doing it right at the beginning, because an executive order is great. I mean, the one problem is both good and bad, because when they did all these executive orders, I've canceled most of them. They were terrible. I mean, we're going to go radical left communist. Okay, it was crazy. Their executive orders were so bad. If they ever got them codified, you'd never be able to break them. So the damage that Biden has done to this country, and it's not even Biden, it's the people that circled him in the Oval Office, okay? But the damage they did to this country, in terms of, let's say, open borders, you know, there's so many things, but open borders, where millions of people poured into our country, and hundreds of thousands of those people are criminals. They're murderers, they're drug dealers, they're gang members, they're people from prisons from all over the world. And we have a great guy, Tom Homan, and he is doing so incredibly. You saw the numbers, they're down like 96%.
95%.
He is a phenomenal guy. And Kristi Noem is doing an unbelievable job. And he wanted her, he said, she's so tough. And I said, I don't think of her as that way. You know, she's very nice. He said, no, she's so tough. And she is. I see with the horses, she's riding the horse. Let's go. She's great. But the team we have is really unbelievable. But those executive orders, I sign them, and now they get passed on to him and his group and other people, and they're all getting done. We're getting them done.
Let me go back a little bit to your background, because it's beyond impressive. You were the chief engineer, for example. You were an early believer in Tesla. You became the CEO, and then the chief engineer, which was phenomenal. SpaceX, same thing, which is unbelievable. I mean, you were the first private company to send astronauts successfully into space, first private company to send astronauts into orbit.
Yeah.
That's pretty deep.
He's going to go into orbit soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, he's going to go to Mars. He's
Starlink.
At some point.
Huh?
Yeah.
Is in over.
I mean, they was asking, like, do you want to die on Mars? And I say, well, yes, but not on impact.
Starlink is in 100 countries. This is going to be hard. I feel like I'm interviewing two brothers here.
You go ahead.
Star Shield, which could be used for national defense.
Yeah, it is already being used for national defense.
Then you have what is it called? Optimus, a part of Tesla.
The robot, yeah.
A robotic arm. Then you have an AI arm. And then you have something that really fascinated me, and it's called Neuralink.
Yes.
You might help the blind to see, and people with spinal cord injuries, that they can recover, where in the past, how close is that becoming a success?
Neuralink, we've implanted Neuralink in 3 patients so far who are quadriplegics, and it allows them to directly control their phone and computer just using their mind, just by thinking. It's like, so we call this product telepathy. So you control your computer and phone just by thinking, and it's possible to actually control the computer and phone faster than someone who has working hands. Then the next step would be to add a second Neuralink implant past the point where the neurons are damaged, so that somebody can walk again, and so they can have full body functionality restored. And
you like Bobby, right?
I like Bobby, actually. Yeah, I think I supported Bobby Kennedy. I think he's unfairly maligned as someone who is anti-science, but I think he isn't. He just wants to question the science, which is the essence of the science. The scientific method fundamentally is about always questioning the science.
Well, they didn't tell us the truth about COVID.
Correct.
That's for sure.
Yes.
And we learned a lot with the Twitter files. And that just then raises a question. You're the richest man in the world. You may not like that part. You're pretty competitive.
Neither here nor there.
I've known you a long
if it
time.
matters.
But
That's why.
but he's on your team.
President.
Well, that's true. He can't top that.
He's good. You know, I wanted to find somebody smarter than him. I searched all over. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
You really tried hard.
I couldn't find anyone smarter, right? So we had it for the country.
But this is the thing.
We settled on this.
Well,
guy.
thanks for having me.
So
I'm just trying to be useful.
this is the interesting. This is where we are as a society, and I hate to do this to you, but I'm going to do it anyway. You're doing all of these things. DOGE. Nobody at DOGE gets paid a penny, correct?
Well, actually, some people are federal employees.
Some are, okay.
Yeah,
They're helping.
But it's fair to say that the software engineers at DOGE could be earning millions of dollars a year, and instead of earning a small fraction of that as federal employees.
Okay, so
And they're very committed people.
So
Yes.
you're committed to helping the blind see, people with spinal cord injuries recover.
Yes.
You're committed to getting to Mars. You're committed to rescue. You're going to help rescue next month 2 astronauts that I think were abandoned. They dispute that in an interview.
When
At the
are you getting them?
president's request, or instruction, we are accelerating the return of the astronauts, which was postponed kind of to a ridiculous degree.
They got left in space.
They've been there. They were supposed to be there 8 days. They're there almost 300.
Biden.
They were
Yeah.
Yes, they were left up there for political reasons, which is not good.
Okay, it's not good. Now, if I had the weight of the pressure of doing that successfully on my shoulders, I think I'd be, but when we spoke before we did this interview, you are very confident. You think this will be a successful mission.
Well, we don't want to be complacent, but we have brought astronauts back from the space station many times before, and always with success.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as we're not complacent,
When are you going to launch?
I think it's about 4 weeks to bring them back.
About 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And
And
You
we're
have
being
the go-ahead.
extremely cautious. Yeah.
You now have the go-ahead.
Yes. Well, thanks to you.
They didn't have the go-ahead with Biden.
what's
He
that?
was going to leave him in space. I think he was going to leave him in space.
Well, it's like
he
when we
considered
were
it
growing
like-
up, lost in space.
Yeah, he didn't want the publicity. Can you believe it?
Unbelievable. And so
Yeah.
I want to echo something that the president said and then ask an overarching question. So people get hit with Hurricane Helene, they have no communication with the outside world. You
Yeah.
come to the rescue, you donated that, I
Yes,
believe?
yes.
Okay. You donated to the people
He saved a lot of lives
in
in North Carolina. He saved a lot of lives.
and California after the wildfires?
California, but I mean, in North Carolina, where they were really in trouble, they had no communication. People were
Nothing.
dying. They were dying of starvation. He saved a lot of lives in North Carolina.
Okay, now you're going to rescue astronauts. And now, and again, you do all of this. I would think liberals would love the fact that you have the biggest electric vehicle company in the world.
Yeah. I mean, I used to be adored by the left, you know.
Yeah, not anymore.
Less so these
He
days.
killed that, huh?
I mean, less.
I really didn't know.
Well, I mean, this whole sort of like, you know, they call it like Trump derangement syndrome.
Yeah.
And I didn't, you don't realize how real this is until like you can't reason with people. So like I was at a friend's birthday party in LA, just a birthday dinner, and it was like a nice, quiet dinner, and everyone was behaving normally. And then I happened to mention, this is before the election, like a month or two before, I happened to mention the president's name. And it was like they got shot with a dart in the jugular that contained like methamphetamine and rabies. Okay, and they're like, wow. And I'm like, what is wrong, guys? Like, you can't have like a normal conversation.
Yeah.
And it's like it's like that they become completely irrational.
He has no idea, but if you're friends with him,
Yeah.
you pay a price. You know, It's like I walk in a restaurant in New York and it's like half the room gets daggers and they want to.
No, the eye daggers level is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, there was like, I had like some invitation because I got invited to like basically a big sort of dem event like that was, but it received the invitation like the beginning of last year, and I still attended even after I'd endorsed President Trump, and I didn't realize how profoundly that would affect how I was received. I mean, I walk into the room and I'm getting just the dirty looks from everyone. Like if looks could kill, I would have been dead several times over.
But that was not before Trump.
BT, ashes on the floor.
BT. Before Trump, that never happened, right?
No.
Oh boy, True Royal.
I'm here.
What do you think?
Well, watching it a second time is a lot of torture on me, Lisa.
Yeah, it is torture.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
So my first take on it, Lisa, is Hannity is trying to make Elon look like a humanitarian.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to throw out all these grand, wonderful things that he is doing. And if that was the truth, we would hear more about that. But all we're hearing is a bunch of negativity. I mean, throughout the United States, people are losing their jobs. Thousands of people, tens and thousands of people are losing their jobs every day. And then I also pay attention to how he responds when he can't get his way. He's very nasty.
Yeah.
Now, I paid real close attention to his face even closer. You're dealing with, what popped up in my mind is a tweaker and a liar.
Mm-hmm.
What a hell of a combination.
Mm-hmm.
Elon gets high every damn day. He's not comfortable being in the public because he ain't right. Surprised he didn't have his human shield with him, his little badass son.
I think Trump might have something to do with why that little boy wasn't there.
Yeah, probably did.
I mean, yeah, come on. You remember he wiped his boogers on Trump's desk. I mean, it was,
yeah.
Oh,
He's
man.
nasty. And then the last part, I have a concern, so I'm gonna put it out here. We'll see how it goes. Mercury gonna go into retrograde in March, and so their goal is to bring the astronauts back in March.
Mm-hmm.
Those are human beings. I hope that it goes well, but I don't think it's gonna go well. And just mark my words.
That's a very dangerous mission. That's pretty dangerous.
Yeah, and when I was doing my research on that, there is a reason why they're not back, because there are some issues, and it's more than a notion just to come back to space. You can burn the hell up.
Mm-hmm.
So it don't even, I mean, you seeing somebody gonna leave some people in space for political issues. Well, explain the political issues, Trump.
Right.
Explain them.
And see, another thing I don't like, y'all, is they keep saying wasteful spending, but they never tell us what it is. It's almost like we're just supposed to take their word and that's it. Wasteful spending. Give some examples of what the Pentagon did or what US aid, AID. What did they do in terms of wasteful spending? All we keep hearing is, oh, the wasteful spending. Oh, I mean, it's no information.
I need to address something here because somebody don't know what they're talking about. So I ain't gonna say your little name. You said Mars retrograde has nothing to do with transportation. That's Mercury retrograde. They ain't even made it to Mars. So get that straight. And Yes, transportation. You have to be very careful. I'm telling you something I've been knowing since the age of 9. You got to be very damn careful traveling long distances during retrograde. I have proven it over and over and over since I've been on social media. People laughed at me about this stuff. Go do your own damn research. So don't jump up here and start just saying something that you don't know anything about. If I don't know about something, Lisa will tell you. I'll say I don't know. You don't know what you're talking about. All right, I'm done.
Okay. So it's almost like they were trying to do a positive, purposely trying to attempt to sound positive, because they know all of the negative press have been out there about the two of them. And we've heard it. And I don't know if any of you saw the articles on the IRS. Tomorrow, they are letting go 6,000 IRS employees, federal employees, will be out of a job on Thursday. And they're admitting this is going to disrupt tax refunds, which makes no sense. It would have made sense for them to let these folks work for the season. And then when it's slow, like in the summertime when nobody is hardly filing any tax returns, that would have been the best time to do it. But to do it now, and yeah, they said it's going to disrupt a lot of things. And it's no telling how long it's going to take people to get their refunds. But as of tomorrow, 6,000 of them will be out of a job.
What a shame.
Mm-hmm.
This is affecting people on so many levels. And then they're sitting up here having this conversation, gushing all over each other and affecting people's lives day in and day out, and not so-called not giving a damn. But there's cracks in the system, trying to, because they're reactionary, trying, like you had mentioned first in your stream, about trying to change up Elon's title. And even in this interview, trying to, again, make him look like he's a humanitarian. We're looking at demons, all 3 of them that was in that room, even the people that we don't even see. They all demons. They all for destruction. So they are true to their nature at the end of the day.
Yeah. Well, they are reviewing California, because I was talking to True Royal about this earlier. And they're looking in the state of California, they're looking to get rid of 150,000 federal jobs in California. So if they're eyeing it, more than likely they will be doing it. And look, y'all, they screwed up again and let go the people that were following the bird flu in the country. Now they fired them. Now they trying to get them all back. And to this very day, they never did get all of the nuclear safety team back in place. They don't know how to contact them.
I mean, like I was saying to you before, it's only one time you would be able to fire me. I wouldn't come back, because they're gonna do it again. Yeah. Trump, I'm telling you, the whole time Trump gonna be in office, somebody gonna be getting fired. That is his MO. That's how he gets down. He likes to disrupt people's lives. He likes to ruin people's businesses. Before we even knew who Trump was, he was doing this stuff. Look at what Trump was doing when he had them failed casinos, not paying contractors. I seen the documentaries of it. That's why I keep telling people been dismissing me on some things. Look at this fool's relationship when it comes to money. And then he wants to surround himself around billionaires because he think that will protect him, because he don't know how to manage any damn thing. So he feels like money is going to keep him fully protected. You could give Trump $1 trillion and next year he'll be broke.
But you notice one thing the two of them did not say? They didn't say anything about job creation.
Nope.
All they're talking about is letting people go. And that's why I said by the end of the year, it's going to be a record breaking number of people that have lost their jobs in this country.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be record breaking. And it's not going to be hardly any job creation going on.
Now, somebody in here said, on the surface, Trump's action seems erratic and illogical, but assure you, it is calculated and has been planned ever since his last term. Yes and no. This ain't Trump. That erratic, illogical stuff, that's Trump. The other parts is people up in his ear telling him what to do. They ain't just Elon. It's Stephen Miller. It's other people that's telling him to do that. Trump don't got that type of damn sense. Now, him fighting with his foreign policy stuff, that's a bunch of erratic, illogical stuff too. Even what's even going on here in America is erratical and illogical. Yeah, they have people that have planned it and all that kind of stuff, but there's a way about doing things.
Yes.
And this is not the way you do stuff. You're disrupting people's life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he doesn't care.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't care. And there's a lot of people hurt. You see it in the videos online with people getting fired and they're crying and don't know what they're going to do. And it's scary to be around all this inflation and be jobless.
Well, you know what's more scary to me, Lisa? I'm going to tell you what's more scary to me. When a bunch of white people are taking a hit, they don't operate well in this stuff. See, we born into this crap. But when they start taking a hit left and right, I just finished listening to a video where this white woman is getting upset, getting $3,200 a month in food stamps, $900 in cash. She only had to pay $72 a month in Section 8. And she getting scared because she think her stuff gonna get taken from her. And she said she got 5 kids and 3 daddies. I mean, and no teeth. Young woman. I can't believe that they would get up and even tell on themselves like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, isn't that welfare? Isn't that what they claim? They don't get help from the government. We know that's a load of BS. That was debunked during the pandemic. They were the first ones. Remember, we were doing videos on that. They always talk about Black people taking and we depend on this and that. We don't do all that depending, y'all. We never have. But in their minds, it makes them feel good to think we got to lean on them for everything, which is load of BS.
Mm-hmm.
But the bottom line is when the pandemic happened and everybody had to be locked down, they were the first ones. Them folks were the first ones jumping on all the videos talking about, well, what is the government going to do to help us? We need help. What are we going to do for money and for this and for that? They were the first ones doing it. But for years, they have preached, we don't depend on the government. And they were the first ones depending on the government. And we all noticed it. And people made videos, said, look who's crying the loudest. And I noticed from that point on, they kind of quiet down on all that. I don't get nothing from the government talk because they really couldn't say nothing about it because at that point they were busted.
Yeah, they were. Yeah. So that's my concern with because they're taking a bigger hit. And so it's like we got to pay attention to our surroundings because they already envious of us, just envious of us. We might not have a damn thing, but if it look like we got something, they feel some kind of way. One thing that I would be real concerned about: don't be running up in these restaurants eating. These people subject to spitting your food. Fix your food at home. They resent serving us. I'm just telling y'all. I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
Sit at home and eat with your family.
But we know what to do. We We have been put through the ringer so much. We know what the hell to do, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one thing about us, we are survivors. We're probably the best equipped to survive hard times than any other group up in here. And that is the truth. That is the truth. I mean, look, if you look at the history of everything they have done all the way up until present day, look at what they do to our elders. They get up in years, if they got a lot of good land and a home, they trying to use eminent domain or use some company to run them off their land. So even when you up in age, they won't leave you alone.
They sure don't. Yeah, like that old man you just showed. Now he looked like death walking, but he knew how to shoot a gun. Yeah, he coming in there acting all like he was all messed up. That didn't impress me at all.
No. No. But yeah, look, they've only gone through a hard time, for a few months or since January.
Yeah,
and Trump took office and they lost their job.
And we live in this. We're born into these situations. So when I would hear, oh, the economy is good or the economy is bad, it never affected me one way or the other. I just know that I had to keep doing what I had to keep doing with my immediate situation.
I know when I was in corporate America, and when the elections would come and go, people would always ask me, well, how do you feel about so-and-so won the presidential election? I said, it really don't change my life. I got to still get up and go to work. So I don't care who's sitting in office. I got to get up and take care of my business.
Yeah, it doesn't change. It doesn't change your situation at all whatsoever. Like they had a deep resentment when Barack Obama became the president. Like things drastically changed for Black folks, and a damn thing changed for us.
Do you know I saw footage of Obama, and he was out and about, and some white woman walked up to him and said, "Can you please become our president again?"
What?
And did you hear what they did to Kamala? Did y'all hear what these white women did to Kamala on Valentine's Day? Over on Instagram, Kamala posted a picture of herself and her husband, Doug, wishing each other a happy Valentine's and everything. Do you know white women went in her comment section begging her to come and help with the wait a minute. You wouldn't vote for this woman. You wouldn't vote for her, but she's supposed to drop everything and come and help a bunch of white women that are having a hard. Yeah, they went in her comment section and said, forget about all this Valentine stuff. We need your help.
Nah.
Wait a minute. You didn't vote for this woman. You would not. You casted your vote for Donald Trump. Now you're in the slumps and you run to his opponent that lost and want her to drop everything and help you. I said, I know Kamala ain't gonna do that.
No, she's not.
Well, I mean, that's what these white women were doing.
Yeah, and they were between white women and Latino men. Y'all was the number one out there voting for Trump. I mean, the white woman did it the first round when Trump got into office. And now y'all bitching and moaning because your immediate situation is being affected. That's all that's about at the end of the day. And if they get what they want, then they'll act brand new, like they don't even know us. We know your nature. We know y'all.
And Donald Trump and Elon Musk, they're focused on how many people they can get out of jobs. They ain't gonna help y'all. They are not gonna help y'all. You had that big ass rally nationwide against Donald Trump. And at the end of the day, Donald Trump going to keep right on sitting in his position, firing people. It's not going to stop.
Like I said, the whole time he going to be in office, somebody going to be getting fired. That's how he do. That's how he do. That's it. That's his whole thing. Yeah. Somebody keep asking. Yes, we do know about the plane crash. I've been knowing about it since early this morning. Another one in Arizona, the very state I was born in. Another one.
Yeah, we know.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And I see all these different meals y'all been cooking. So yeah, we having red beans and rice tonight with some smoked turkey. Y'all been real inventive up in here.
So, so I don't know why they keep running to everybody other than themselves to deal with Donald Trump. But for some reason, everybody want us involved with whatever downfall they're feeling. The Latinos want us to be out here supporting them on being deported. And it cracks me up when you listen to them talk. We don't break any laws. We work hard. First of all, you broke the law when you came across the damn fence. What do you mean you ain't breaking any laws? But they all talk like that. We ain't breaking no law. We work hard. We pay our taxes. We just want to work and live our lives and be good family people. And they don't care about that.
No,
they don't care about no damn Latino family. You came over here. When you came over the fence, you broke the law. Plain and simple. So for y'all to be sitting around talking about you ain't break no law is downright laughable. Unbelievable. But they just keep repeating that over and over. We just need the support of the Black community.
No,
we were a bunch
of
words. We were a bunch of N-words. We're lazy. Y'all come across the fence calling us lazy. Oh, no. You don't need our help.
Got the clothes on your back and come over here with a racist with racist attitudes. Ain't that something?
That's why nobody is sweating them getting deported. We got enough racists in this land. We ain't trying to import them in. Y'all need to get the hell up on out of here.
We ain't helping your ass.
Yeah, but they crying every day on videos talking about we need to come and help them. No. See, as long as everything was going well and y'all thought y'all were in with these people, we lazy, we ain't trying. You came over here and got all this stuff and in a short period of time. Yeah, because the government helped you. There's a hell of a difference between the government helping one group of people and refusing to help the other. So yeah, if they gave us all that stuff, we would be ahead too. Y'all got ahead because of the help you got from the US government. You didn't do that on your own. It's not like you came over here with nothing but dirt in your pockets and made it. No, you made it through getting all kinds of monies and perks from the US government. That's how y'all made it. The banks give y'all loans and wouldn't give us a loan.
You know what I seen in the community that I live in right now. They have a free health clinic, and I was just reading online. What was the criteria to get any service? They do mental health. They even do dental, which is rare.
Right.
You don't even have to have any documentation. You just show up and they will take care of you from head to toe, even if you got some psychological problems. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. The illegals can open up a bank account with no Social Security. That's why I said the Social Security is a sham. So they don't need it. They can buy a house with no social. You can look this up. They can buy a house with no Social Security. They can open a bank account with no Social Security. They can get loans with no Social Security. But they're telling us you need all of this. You need good credit. You need this and that. They got a laundry list of what we must have. But these illegals come over here and get these things with no Social Security, y'all. None. Yeah. But with us, you could have the best credit in the world and go in there and try to get a business loan and they won't give it to you.
Oh,
But
yeah.
these illegals, they'll give the illegals loans and they're able to open up businesses. But they won't do that for us. But one thing about Donald Trump, he is shutting that all down.
Yeah.
He's shutting all that mess down that the Democrats set up. I'll give him that much. But when it comes down to immigration, I think, yep, he's doing way better than Joe Biden. But everything else, no.
Yeah, what echoes in my head is what Joe Biden has said when he was campaigning. You know, he threw his finger up in our face and said that we was gonna have to get along with these folks.
Yes.
No, you should have been talking to them. They come over here. We don't go out. We don't go out and go bother nobody.
Right, and we ain't hopping no fence going to now one of their countries.
Oh, I make it even worse because I used to work with a bunch of them. They came over here, hiding in the trunk of cars. All kind of ways they come here. They ain't just hopping the fence, Lisa. They come in all kind of ways.
And y'all take notice of something. When they're being deported out here, they're crying. You hate going back to your homeland that bad? They are crying. The men and the women are crying when they have to leave. So you mean to tell me y'all do all the flag waving and talk about your country and your traditions and this and that, but as soon as you have to leave, y'all crying and sobbing like babies?
You know what?
So you really hate that much to go back home?
I got a sample of it, and it stuck with me, how they really felt deep in their heart when Trump was the president the first round, and over in the Caribbean, they got knocked down with them heavy hurricanes. And I remember DeSantis, he had a bunch of water all behind him, and he was talking to our folks, and he was basically letting them folks know, don't even come over here with a work permit. I said, people need to pay attention to that. They don't give a damn if you have a permit to even work. They don't want your ass here. See, people don't be paying attention to certain things. That's like when Katrina happened. Pay attention. See, I can go further back than that. They was doing experiments with us. I know it's young folks in here. Like I said, you go back to David Duke. They was testing to see was somebody willing to vote for somebody openly racist. Then they remember Ross Perot. Okay, now let's fast forward it. Now we in the thick of it. I paid attention to those things. I said, it's something brewing. It's something brewing. And somebody said, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. I said, no, it's something brewing. I'm trying to put it together. And it is here.
Yeah. So Elon went from being in charge of DOGE into, we don't know what the hell he is now.
No, he's just a humanitarian trying to help the blind people and all. And he'll take food right out of a blind person's mouth and let them walk up and down the street, bumping up against walls and all that kind of stuff too. He don't give a damn about all that. This is all about glorifying this demon, where he wants to be the first to make, that's what that's all about.
Yes.
They full of pride. They full of pride at the end of the day. That's all that's about.
Yeah.
I hope his ass do go up to try to make it to Mars, because he ain't coming back.
I don't think he's going to attempt to go. He knows that BS, that SpaceX BS he got ain't nothing.
Lisa, I don't know. We got a tweaker. We got a tweaker.
Yeah. When they're on drugs, they're crazy enough to do any damn thing. That's true. I'm
not doubting anything at this point. It's like whatever come out every hour or whatever every day, it's like it don't even surprise me. I do admit it supersedes my thinking too as well. Well, our folks been to Mars. There's pyramids over there. That bothers them. So y'all on the Late Show.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't put them pyramids over there.
Yeah, remember these folks are a bunch of Johnny-come-latelys.
Mm-hmm.
They come over here after the fact and then claim they've done it all, and we know they don't do it all because they don't do it all now.
Yeah, you know what I wanted to share with y'all because it was just on my mind. I had sent an email out late last night where in South Africa they have cut off sending any minerals to America, so they can't get no platinum, things that they need for these type of programs, these space programs and all. And I hope that, you know, throughout Africa, because it's full of all type of minerals, that they continue to do this. And you know what, Africa does not need to depend on anything from any country at all. They can take care of themselves.
So true.
They can grow their own crops and they can do their own thing. They don't need nobody.
Yeah, they need to get them Chinese people out of there.
They sure do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, you know, Donald Trump and Elon have been getting very bad publicity since Donald Trump took office. And this Hannity interview is an attempt to soften them up and make them seem like just down to earth people. And it didn't work for me.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't trust them. It just left me looking at both of them like I still don't trust either one of you. I don't believe either one are trustworthy.
It was a question I wanted to ask you, Lisa, and then also your subscribers in here. Do anybody know the name or know of anybody that's been a best friend of Trump's? See, it got silent up in here. We don't know of anybody, of a childhood friend, anything, one of his best buddies, anything.
But we know Michael Cohen. He can't, and those two can't stand each other.
Uh-huh.
And we know Mike Pence, his former VP, those two fell out to the point he picked a whole different VP this time.
Okay. That's Trump's MO on a dime. That dude is one of them type, because I got some in my family that will go in one room and come out of another room and you don't know who the hell he is. And he'll act like he don't know you. Elon don't know who he messing with. But both of them don't know who he messing with, because trust and believe, one Trump, because we know what's going to happen, turn on his ass, Elon going to turn on him too.
Mm-hmm.
Because he got some shit on him. And Elon don't have, you got a tweaker. Okay? You got a tweaker and a liar. That's a hell of a combination. And they gushing all over each other. I ain't met nobody. I didn't see interviews with people who grew up with him, but I haven't heard anybody like he got lifelong friends and all of that. Lisa, tell them about what you said about what you had read today about Trump's son, his youngest son, Barron.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull the article up. Hold on. In fact, one of the school administrators had to quit because they called Barron an oddity. Hold on, I'm going to show it to you. Here it is. NYU is where Barron goes to college. And the president said that Barron was some sort of oddity on campus. Like weird. He noticed he's a weirdo. And after he said it, he resigned. That boy is awkward. I mean, you can look at him and tell. He looks so awkward and out of place when you see him. And then I read another article. Barron, I guess he found out he was called an oddity. He said he just wants to be left alone.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see too many people hanging around that boy. I'm
You
just
don't
saying.
even. I ain't never seen a boy with other children. Have you?
Never.
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 Like usually, usually when these presidents and stuff, we see their little family and they got children. They might show a photo, like if they go to their prom or something like that. You ain't see nothing like that at all.
Mm-hmm.
That little boy, is something wrong with him, because Trump said he liked to sit in a room and with white walls. He don't like being touched. He'll push your hand away. Something wrong with him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We have yet to see him speak. It's like every time you see him, he just standing there. And I mean, I can see, even if the camera's on and there's no sound, you see his mouth moving, he's talking to somebody. You don't even see that.
You're right about that.
I don't care how many times they pan that camera on that boy. He's just standing there quiet.
Mm-hmm. I don't even think he's even comfortable with his height, Lisa.
Yeah, no. And that's probably why people are saying he looks awkward. I think if he was athletic and a little more muscular, it might not be so bad, but he's just tall and doofus looking.
Yeah, that's what Trump produced.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know. All I know is, I guess this president of NYU, they said he was a Republican. He made a comment about Barron and then had to resign.
Mm-hmm. The only thing they keep showing is when he spoke when he was like 3 years old.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
But see, Trump, if anybody ever seen the video, Trump been upset because once he got those vaccines, they said he ain't never been the same.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. Well, let me get over here to Dark Skin Brother. Thank you for getting membership for 23 months. Thank you. And a super sticker from Dark Skin Brother, another super sticker, and another super sticker.
He is amazing.
Another super sticker. Wow.
I can't thank him enough.
I know.
Thank you for supporting Lisa's channel.
6 super stickers from Dark Skin Brother. Thank you so much for that. And the membership, shalom, Lisa, my warrior sister. Shalom to you too, brother, and thank you for all of your support. Monica Gregory, thank you for the super sticker. Stephanie Porter, we are not caping for anybody anymore. It's a wrap. You ain't never lie. Thank you for the super chat. One of many ancestral reflections. Thank you for the super chat. All of these groups, Latinos, Africans, Caribbeans, all of them be fighting their own battles. Black Americans, mind your business. Yeah, you're right. I agree with you on that. And Colette, okay. It's good to see you. Thank you for the super sticker. Thank you. All right. Is there anything else you want to add, Kim, before we go?
Oh, I just wanted to read this. Barron is getting advanced through school like his father, based on money, not merit.
Right. but according to Trump, we're going to go to a merit-based society. Yeah, you've never been that.
Oh,
you've never been that.
Oh, you showing that dimwit, that press secretary? That girl is dumb as a sack of rocks, and she don't have no respect for nobody either. I'm looking at her. She's something else.
Yeah.
They said Trump said she's hot. That's why she got the position.
She's stupid.
Yeah, and she aging fast.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I think she's 26.
I said she was. Yeah, Lisa said she's 26. years old. I seen a close-up shot of her. Ooh, child. Oh, she a criminal too? You know, that's what Trump like hiring.
Yeah, he loves criminals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lieber Justice, thank you for the super chat. I see some signs of autism spectrum for his son. Yeah, I mean, we all see it. I think a
Yeah.
lot of people see that autism in him. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I definitely agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me see. I think a few more came in. Step ahead. Thank you for the super sticker. And Carlette, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Lisa and True Royal. Thank you. Thank you for your support.
So the last thing I wanted to add before Lisa get off, just always have your shit on deck, because Lisa might be back in 2 minutes. We don't know how this world is going. A plane subject to fall out the sky. Trump subject to sign something. Elon subject to do something. We just don't know. It's a 24-hour thing going on. Serious, Lord.
That is so true. That is so true. I mean, it's like you just expect anything, but I expect it's probably going to be some upheaval tomorrow as 6,000 IRS employees are going to be told to leave tomorrow. So, you know, if I were them, I'd do just what you said, True Royal. I wouldn't even show up.
No, I wouldn't. What's the purpose of showing up?
Yeah. Get out of there.
When I used to work on those construction jobs, I knew when it was about to end. I would just slowly start getting my stuff off the job and put it in the car. And before you know it, when they would tell me it's time to go, I didn't already found me another job. I'm not. I learned from a Mexican. He said, "Don't never have a love affair with a job. Don't fall in love with your job. It's just about business only. Look for work while you work." It's gonna Ocean Soul. It's gonna be in March. I'm not gonna let nobody forget, because that's my job to keep up with retrograde. I'm committed to that.
Yeah. And y'all, people have been asking, I'm sorry, let me see. One of many ancestral reflections. His press secretary makes Jen Psaki look like a saint. Yeah, well, you know, she ain't gonna last, y'all. I'll be surprised if she makes it the full 4 years.
No, I can't see it.
Yeah. Rosalind, thank you so much for the super sticker. So, y'all, thank you for being here, and we'll definitely come back and do this again. We know, like real soon, like tomorrow. We'll be doing it real soon.
Lisa? You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see.
Trump will never disappoint. He'll always have something for us to talk about.
Okay, well, it's 6:10 on my end. I know it's later on your end, but you know, you go to bed late, and the only way you wouldn't know anything going on, you'd have to just shut down everything.
Right. Exactly.
Lord.
So y'all, you take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm positive I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Just keep everything on deck. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Lisa.
Shalom, family.